Daily Words of God.
If people remain in the age of grace, then they shall never be free of their corrupt disposition, let alone know the inherent disposition of God. If people always live among an abundance of grace, but are without the way of life that allows them to know God and satisfy God, then they shall never truly gain Him, though they believe in Him. What a pitiful form of belief that is. When you have finished reading this book, when you have experienced each step of the work of God incarnate in the age of kingdom, you will feel that the hopes of many years have finally been realized. You will feel that only now have you truly seen God face to face. Only now have you gazed upon the face of God, heard the personal utterance of God, appreciated the wisdom of God's work, and truly sensed how real and almighty God is. You will sense that you have gained many things that people of times past have never seen or possessed. At this time, you will clearly know what it is to believe in God, and what it is to be after God's heart. Of course, if you cling to views of the past and reject or deny the fact of the second incarnation of God, then you shall remain empty-handed and acquire nothing, and ultimately be guilty of opposing God. Those who obey the truth and submit to the work of God shall come under the name of the second incarnate God, the Almighty. They will be able to accept the personal guidance of God and shall acquire more and higher truth and receive the real human life. They shall behold the vision that people of the past have never seen. And I turned to see the voice that spoke with me. And being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks. And in the middle of the 7 candlesticks, one like to the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the breasts with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like to fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. And he had in his right hand 7 stars, and out of his mouth went a sharp 2-edged sword, and his countenance was as the sun shines in his strength. Revelation chapter 1, 12 through 16. This vision is the expression of God's entire disposition, and such an expression of His entire disposition is also the expression of the work of God when He becomes flesh this time. In the torrents of chastisements and judgments, the Son of Man expresses His inherent disposition through the speaking of words, allowing all those who accept His chastisement and judgment to see the true face of the Son of Man, a face that is a faithful depiction of the face of the Son of Man seen by John. The true face of God cannot be fully articulated using the words of man, and so God uses the expression of His inherent disposition to show His true face to man, which is to say that all those who have experienced the inherent disposition of the Son of Man have seen the true face of the Son of Man. For God is too great and cannot be fully articulated using the words of man. Once man has experienced each step of God's work in the age of kingdom, then he shall know the true meaning of John's words when he spoke of the Son of Man among the lampstands. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like to fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. And he had in his right hand 7 stars. And out of his mouth went a sharp 2-edged sword. And his countenance was as the sun shines in his strength. At that time you shall know beyond all doubt that this ordinary flesh that has spoken so many words is really the second incarnate God. And you shall truly sense how blessed you are, and feel yourself the most fortunate. Would you be unwilling to accept this blessing?